Okay, in this video, we're going to show you how to send out a monthly newsletter for Harper Financial Services, which is a client that we do a bi-monthly email send for. Each month we will go through and we will send out the newsletter for the first part of the month. And then for the second month, we will go through and send a follow-up to people who did not click the first time around. So to start this, you're going to need two tabs open. First, to MailChimp. Second one, to HarperFinancialStrategies.com. And then when you get to Harper Financial Strategies, you're going to go to Newsletter. And then when you get to Newsletter, you're going to see that there is a you're going to go for the last issue that's on the website. It'll pull up in a PDF. And you'll see here, you'll get the actual link there when you pull it up. So go ahead and copy and paste that. Next thing you need to do is you need to go in and log into the Dark Horse MailChimp account. You're going to go to Garrett Harper for Harper Financial Services. Next thing you do is go to campaigns and replicate out an old campaign so that you'll be able to then send out the new e-newsletter. For this one, we're going to send the entire list. And for the newsletter itself, essentially it's a PDF that they send out, and we just take this and put it in the different setups. So the main newsletter we'll rename to July 2015 e-newsletter. And then we'll say July newsletter. Update it for the month. And then the first one will be the first article headline. And we'll go down and we'll look at the second one. We need a second headline. It can be any of these. And typically I'll look for ones that are resource-based, tool-based. So I'm going to go with this map out a financial strategy for the second one. So once we've updated the name and the two headlines from the very top article, we'll always add there, and then we'll pick one of the three within the PDF itself. Go to the next step, which is the design. We're going to update this with the appropriate date. And we'll update this headline with the headline from the newsletter itself. And so what we'll then do is there's typically an image here, and we'll take this, and I'm going to pull this off of, or what we'll end up doing is we will save. You have to save the PDF to the desktop. And what we'll end up doing, and I don't want to do that. One second here. We'll hit save. Desktop. Save. So I'm pulling this off, and then you see that the PDF is here. So what we'll do is we'll open this with Photoshop. And then we'll take that main image I'll pull this over here. We'll take this main image and then create a 600 pixel wide version of it for the newsletter. So you'll see Photoshop will come up, and you can use Microsoft Paint, or you can use any number of image editing programs to make this happen. Zoom in here. Okay. And then I'm going to pull this out. And there's a little bit of a banner, a box around that image, which they don't normally do. So we're going to copy new. Okay, good. We got that box around it, or we got that box out of there. So then the next thing we do is just resize it to 600 pixels wide. It goes down there, and then we'll save it as a new JPEG. And we'll do July 2015 HFS. So I just saved it as the month or the time, the client, and as image. So just July 2015 HFS image. Save it to the desktop. Okay. And then once you verify that's saved, there it is. We'll go ahead and then kill these, close those documents. We'll go back over then to MailChimp. And actually we'll do this. Pull this across. Take the new image, put it there, move it around, and there we go. So we have the new image for the newsletter for that month. So what we do next is we go through, we need to update the links. So we pulled the, whoops. You need to grab the link again from that PDF. Then we go to web address. Now for each one of these, you need to add a question mark and then the title, or a quick slug. So if you see what I did here, I added a question mark and then the words retirement IQ. We tag up each one of the links appropriately so Garrett knows what people are clicking on. And we also change this, the link text in that button itself. So with this newsletter, I'll open this real quick. The main focus is, what's your retirement IQ? So we will change this to learn more about your retirement IQ. Okay. So then we also go through, and typically what I'll do is I will go through and I will update this paragraph with the first two paragraphs of the article from the newsletter, and I'll copy it word for word. So it's just the same text that they would get, but then we tease them and then send it off to the newsletter. They read some more, and then essentially go back through the newsletter and take the headlines like you see here and just turn those into links. So we'll go here and update the links. So customer funded models help get businesses insert off the ground. And you'll notice that I typed in between the link. I do that so it's easier to avoid screwing something up. So we'll go here, paste the new link, question mark, and we'll call this customer funded. Okay, insert. The second article, or the third article, is called Folklore of Finance. So change the link again, add a question mark, and just call this one folklore. Insert. And then lastly, the last one we talked about a little bit already. It's called map out a financial strategy. Okay, I'll go here, Change the link. Question mark, we'll call this one strategy. Insert. Save and close. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to add the text here and show you where we go from there. Found. I just realized I was typing that entire time, so I apologize. If you go through, essentially what we did was we added the first column, the first paragraph of the article here, and then the second line is essentially just a quick recap bridge to say what they should look at in the article. So the focus of this article is a recent survey, and it found how many people had misconceptions about retirement. It started with the stat there that we posted, and then we, in the second part, we say, okay, this month's e-newsletter, we look at other retirement misconceptions found in the survey as a way to gauge your retirement IQ. And so essentially saying there's more information out there, read the article here to learn more about misconceptions. The last part here is stays the same each time. So really at this point the newsletter is ready to send out. When it's ready to test, the first thing you're going to do is send me a copy of it to make sure it looks good. So you send it to Thomas at Dark Horse Group. And then the second part is you send a test email to Garrett itself. Now this is his email address. We'll put that in the creds there. But when it's ready to go, you send him a test, and then we'll see. Once he approves it, we'll send it out to his list, and then that'll be good to go. So again, to recap, this is how you create and send out an e-newsletter for the Harper Financial Services account. When we have a new e-newsletter for the next month, for this month being August, the next month we'd simply send a follow-up campaign to people who did not open the first time. So what that would look like is essentially go back through and create a segment, much like we do with the Jump Dog list, of creating a follow-up segment and then sending it out to there. So that's the video.